everyone. This is the making of the moths, my new moth's face. I thought I would add in some of the initial face that I did, the video clips that I made for the initial face, just to show you how she evolved, mostly because I know for myself it always gives me more confidence when I see that, you know, things don't always work out perfectly for other people. You know, everyone, we kind of know that, I suppose, that nobody gets things right perfectly all the time, and in fact probably never get it right, but you know, obviously sometimes you have good times and bad times, and we all know that everyone probably does that. But I think, like, when you see it, you see someone else's kind of battle they had, it sort of helps. I know for myself it helps me with my confidence. So I thought I'd just show you that sometimes things don't go according to plan, and this was definitely one of those times. I sculpted her face first of all, and I want my moths to have a little bit of like a Miss Havisham, because that Miss Havisham sort of feel to them, mainly because my idea of moths, not always, but you know, just that idea that moths could be in dark corners and perhaps where cobwebs are, and so I thought, well, that would be quite nice to give them that kind of a feel. But my first attempt, obviously, because this is a new idea on where I want to take the moth series, or whatever you call it. So this was the first attempt, and so the first face I did, I thought of giving her a sort of look like someone who had their makeup on for a long time and it was looking a bit old, which I still like the idea of, but it just didn't work for her. It wasn't right for her. So I just thought I'd keep those clips in though, just to show you that, you know, I sort of went really far, put the makeup on, and just wasn't happy with it at all. And then instead of just ripping the makeup off, which I have done in the past, this time I thought, well, why don't we just go all the way, because I wasn't happy with the eyes. So I thought, well, just rip the eyes out, and use some other eyes that I'd made for moths as well. So that is what I did. And I must say, looking at the video, when I put the new eyes in, I wish that once you sculpted them, I need to work on how you can make eyes brighter, because of course once they're in the head, they can sort of look a bit duller, because obviously there's not as much light being let in to the dome, so they kind of get a bit more shadowed. So all the little nuances of colour in the eye don't always shine up very well. So it's there's always some new task I like to have running, and that, I think that's it, is how to make sure that all that work that you put into the eye to get it looking, you know, a certain way, then doesn't get lost once it's sculpted into the head. You know, certain lights you can still see, and maybe there is not a way to do it, because obviously they've got to be in an eyelid, and an eyelid does shade the eye quite a lot, so I'm not too sure if there is a way, but I'll certainly make it a task. Anyway, so I thought I'd just show you the whole evolution of her face all the way through, from the first one, which I wasn't happy with, and then the second one. And I think on that, I mean, it's not the first time I've done this, definitely has happened to me before, and what I've found is that usually if you're not happy with something, it's probably the best thing to go and redo it, because if you keep going, which I have done before as well, I've, you know, thought, oh, I've spent all this time and I need to just keep going, you generally will not be happy with the outcome, because you already know that something's not quite what you wanted. And never be worried. I mean, at first I did that as well, where you sort of worry that, oh, but I've done this now, and what if I can't do it again? But never be worried, because just remember, if you've done it once, you definitely can do it again, because you've managed, your ability is that you can do it, and so you can do it again. So don't worry if anyone did. I'm just imagining the things that used to worry me, and so thinking that maybe if there's someone else that also has the same concerns, that's what I tell myself now, is like, you know, if you've done it once, you can do it again. And generally things, when you do them again, generally you'll do a better job. I don't know, that's in my experience, the second time is usually better, because you've learned what you don't like, so you sort of know, you've experienced the part that you didn't want, and so you know to stay away from doing it that a certain way. And I was happy, well, within reason, obviously, because I'm never 100% happy with anything I do, but I was a lot happier with this second face that I did, because she had that more of what I had imagined. I say what I had imagined, but then I would have gone for that straight away. So I didn't think I had a particular idea of what I wanted until I knew what I didn't want, if that makes sense. So the second moth is much lighter and sort of shimmery, but hopefully also looks a bit dusty, a bit old when she's finished. So I hope so anyway, because that is what I would like to achieve. But of course, if I don't achieve it with this one, that's the great thing about series, is that you can do it the next time, or get a little bit closer with every one you do. So we'll see. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this, and I'll see you again soon. Bye! Thank you for watching, and thank you to all my patrons on Patreon for supporting me. I really appreciate every one of you. If you would like to see more videos like this, work in progress, my experiences with working with polymer clay over the years, please subscribe, and thank you again for watching this video. See you again soon.